My name is Samantha Mills and I'm going to be playing Maria. So I have been doing musical theater since I want to say 6 years old. And it wasn't until, I think from the beginning, even before I was 6, I've always had a love for music and performing and singing. And so once I did my first show, I just ended up doing shows back to back ever since then. And yeah, I've always had a love and passion for musical theater. I think it wasn't until, I want to say high school where I really tried to take it more seriously. And I came to SCP for their junior production, so I feel like seeing it from then and now, I've really gotten to grow up through this production and through this company, and it's been such a blessing being able to work with so many just amazing people on the staff, and being able to grow and just being able to look back on those experiences and seeing where I'm at now. So the shows I've done at SCP are, I did Freaky Friday with the junior production when I was, I want to say 17 or 16 years old. I also did Once on This Island, which was during the peak of the pandemic, and we were able to do it with all these precautions with COVID and still being able to put on an amazing production. And now I'm in this production of West Side Story. So when I did Once on This Island with SCP, I was T-Moon, which is one of the lead roles, and so yeah, it was such a privilege being able to audition right when COVID started, and still being able to be one of the only productions in the Bay Area to be able to perform. And so we weren't able to be in a theater, but we had a setup where we were outside and were able to wear our masks and have tests taken beforehand and perform in front of a green screen. And
gave him life, I am the price you pay. Sure as the grave, you must accept what is. Now your life is forever mine. Please don't!
Yeah, it was an amazing experience, one that I will never forget. And so it's just crazy how much the staff and SCP went, the lengths they went to be able to put on a performance, even during the pandemic, with all these safety precautions, and keeping us safe as well as allowing us to have a space to continue to perform. So I think even from the beginning, rehearsals have been going so smoothly. I have to hand it to the staff of SCP, just being able to work so early on to make sure that we were safe, especially with COVID going around. And even from the first day, I noticed how devoted and hardworking every single person in that room, the cast, the crew, just everyone, and how much they wanted to be a part of telling this amazing story. And so since that kind of set the mood just from the first day of walking into rehearsal, rehearsals have been going so smoothly. I've been having an amazing time. I love being in this space and atmosphere, and working with these amazing people, both in the cast and on the staff. And so it's truly been a blessing being able to be in this production. West Side Story, even though it is 50 years old, it's still such a beautiful story, not just the show itself with the music and the dancing and the acting and how beautiful that masterpiece is, but really just how relevant so many of the issues are in that story, you know, being 50 years old still, and how relevant that is to today. And so I think it's so easy to look at this story, because I had grown up watching this with my family, and you know, kind of just thinking not much of the story itself or the meaning behind it, but now, you know, just recently being able to get to know the story and get to know my character I'm playing, Maria, how important it is to realize that so many of these issues are still relevant to today, and how, you know, I really do hope that people, after watching this production, that they are able to leave the theater being able to talk about these issues, knowing that these are still things that we struggle with today. Only you're the only thing I'll see forever, in my eyes, in my words, and in everything I do. Nothing else but you, ever. The reason you guys should come and see this show is because there is nothing like experiencing live musical theater. Being a part of the rehearsal process and seeing so many people and the hard work that has gone into this, you can't miss it. It's an amazing production. It's an amazing show to be able to perform and be able to experience right there. And so you just have to come and see the show.